The Discovery Science Place here in Tyler is always looking for fun ways to fuel curiosity and learning in East Texas kids. And they do just that by creating fun experiments that you can try at home. Today, they've brought us a special experiment which has to do with dry ice. And this morning, we're joined by Carol Whiteside over at the Discovery Science Center. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. And looks like we've got a mad science lab here.
Well, thanks for having us again, Chandler. It's so fun to come in and bring some fun things that you can do at home. So I brought dry ice that I picked up at Brookshire's last night because they don't open early enough for, for this morning. And so you can see kind of what's happening with it when it's in the water. And then I've got a couple of other things to show you about color changes.
Nice. So what exactly is dry ice and why is it, making the fog like that we have, right now?
So dry ice actually has 3 times the cooling energy of just regular ice. It's frozen carbon dioxide, and it's about 100 degrees negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which you know water freezes
Very cold,
at 32 Fahrenheit. So the reason why it's dry is it doesn't really melt. It goes from a solid to a gas. And so with the hot water in here, the gas is being released and it's making the fog. But it's a process called sublimation.
Nice.
So it will never melt and leave a puddle on your table.
Yeah, and you can
dry.
definitely feel the fog. It's kind of warm and steamy.
A tip for at home is to heat up your water because it makes the sublimation process faster and gives you better foam. Fog. You can do it with room temperature water, but it's not quite the same.
So what's different about the experiment with the different color water that you have here?
Well, and here, watch out just a little bit. I'm wearing gloves because it's so cold. We might have a little splash here.
Yeah, this
What's
is awesome.
different about the colors is I put a red cabbage indicator in both of these, and that just kind of can tell the pH of a substance. There's a, let me get that one in too. So regular pH of water is about 7, about neutral. So this one was just regular water. Then this one I added a little bit of ammonia, which is very basic. And so it started more green. But as you add the carbon dioxide, the gas is a little bit acidic.
Yeah.
So it's going to change the color and make the pH indicator change colors as that gas is released in there.
Does the material put in there, does that have to do with why this one, bubbles over like that and this one's more of a fog?
I had the same question. So I was doing this in my house last night, and I often will put bubbles in here. So I kept rinsing out my graduated cylinder thinking, oh, this must have been one I put bubbles in. But so that's something to check at home. Oh, I hope this isn't.
I'll pick it up.
Okay. So I wanted to look that up. This is my first time using the ammonia, but I think it must have a kind of soapy effect. That's a great observation.
Yeah, that's awesome to see. And even these, they've still been going for a couple of minutes. How long does this typically last?
And you can kind of blow the bubbles. I think that's fun when we put you can put dish soap in it too. So it just, like I said, the more water and the hotter it is, the more ice you put in, it's kind of like a recipe. So it'll keep going. You'll see it slow down, the bubbling will stop. But to get the really good foam, it's about, 5 minutes or so, unless you have a lot more water.
So if someone wanted to do this at home, what are the main things that you need for the experiment?
So the main things are water, dry ice, like I said, I got it at Brookshire's, ammonia, which is just a cleaner, and then the cabbage juice you can make from a head of cabbage, and you could boil that. Ooh, excuse me. Or you can buy, you can buy it online like a powdered cabbage. But the dry ice, you want to wear goggles. I use a hammer to break it up, and usually I use tongs to drop it in because you don't want to touch it with your bare hands.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say definitely need the gloves too, because I remember I worked at a grocery store in college and we would have dry ice customers all the time. It is very, very, very cold.
Yeah, you have to have a special cooler, which is why I think around here Brookshire's is the only store that I can find that sells it, because if you put it in your freezer at home, you're gonna wake up to an empty bag.
Right? It just continues to melt. But this is so awesome to see, and this one, they've just been chugging right along, especially this one bubbling. I love it.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll put some more fog or dry ice in there and get more of a foggy effect. And again, thank you for waking up with us this morning. And if you ever want to do this type of experiment at home or go have some fun at the Discovery Science Center, would certainly recommend it. So.
Yes. And can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this week is Engineers Week.
Oh,
and
nice.
So we have activities. We're not open on Monday, but Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5, we have specific engineering activities with UT Tyler students.
Nice.
And you can come in with general admission and do those. They're really for older elementary kids, but parents bring your kids. They're interactives to do with parents and children.
Sweet. Thank you so much. And yeah, you know what, on a day like today where we're starting to warm on up and we're going to have some very nice weather to enjoy, might not be a bad idea to take your family out there and head out to the Discovery Science Center as we look out from our